to a brief introduction to Coro Canada's next concert. Good Friday at the Winspear. It's our annual concert that takes into account the Christian holiday, Good Friday, Easter, and the death of Jesus Christ on Calvary on that specific day. For this year's edition of Good Friday at the Winspear, I have selected the Mass in E minor by Anton Bruckner. We're doing the version that he has revised based on the original, and this is the second version from 1882. This large work of about 45 minutes, sometimes described or critique have said that about Bruckner's music, that it is a symphony with religious texts. For this particular work, we have guests on stage. We have the camera singers with director John Bruff, and we have 15 wind instruments. So that's the second part of our concert, a large romantic work. Now for the first half, we have something unique. We have a world premiere of a new Stabat Mater by our composer in residence, Utis Prowlins. It was about a year ago, a bit more than a year, that I talked to our composer in residence and said, is there anything that you would like to compose, maybe something that would fit around a Good Friday or Easter concert? And it didn't take him long to say, well, how about a Stabat Mater? And shortly after that, he actually sent me an image, photo he took of his very first draft of a Stabat Mater in 1970. So this piece has been on his mind, or maybe in a drawer, for almost 50 years. Utis Prowlins really knows Coro Canada. He's worked with us in person. He has heard the individual singers. He has worked the choir as a whole. We have performed and premiered here in Canada many of his works. And he has therefore written a work that really fits our choir, but also the individual voices. The piece in itself is written in 24 parts. I have here a page, for example, where at the beginning of each line I had to indicate which one of the singers, 1 to 24, is singing which particular line, because they're all performing as soloists in this work. Here you see another page where we really go from 1 all the way down to 24, and each singer has his or her own line. The piece is about 25 minutes, and what I find really interesting about his approach to the Stabat Mater is that he, first of all, sets it in his mind and in his attitude to the text in the 21st century, and he talks, yes, about the mother looking upon her child dying, but also talks about mothers looking upon their children dying in today's world. Some of his music is thus quite contemporary and has a feel of, we have heard this maybe on the radio or in popular music and jazz music just recently, and that brings it really into our world, into our culture today, contemplating this text with an approach, an emotional musical approach that seems very familiar to us. That's a little bit about our concert, Good Friday at the Winspear. I hope to see you there, and until then, thank you.